Hey guys, TCG Ralts here, back with another video today, guys, and I completely forgot my intro. It's been too long. Now, completely messing up the intro in every way imaginable aside, I'm sorry for not uploading as much as I normally should be lately. I have had, like, finals and stuff, you know, the classic excuses all your YouTubers have. That I'm just gonna use again at you guys, because that's how I roll here. That's how we roll here at, the gang of Ralts, even though I'm calling myself TCG Ralts. We are still all the gang of Ralts, collectively. If any of you guys even remember that. We've grown so much since then. If you hadn't heard me. But anyways, today we are deck profiling Zoroark Ubreon, or Ubreon Zoroark. But this one's a little more Zoroark-based than a lot of them. But I think that's actually how they're rolling now, because a lot of them are becoming more Zoroark-based, because Zoroark is so good. Now, a quick disclaimer before I get right into this video. I am missing one Zoroark break for the deck. So, I'll tell you cards you can take out to put in Zoroark break. So, let's just get right into it. So, first off, of course, if you hadn't noticed, we're playing one Zoroark break. Like I said, that's all I have. I should get another one relatively soon, so prepare for that. Also, prepare for a lot of Zoroark, because it's honestly my favorite deck in the format right now. Because guess what? Got 4 Zoroarks for you. Now, funny story, I used to have 3. Actually, no, I used to have 4 Zoroarks, but only 3 Zor was. But nah. So yeah, let's get actually right into what the cards actually do, because that's how we go. So basically, Zoroark Break, it's 140 HP, it's 40 more than Zoroark, so, you know, it's a pretty good upgrade. And then you got Foul Play. For 1 Darkness Energy, you can just copy one of the attacks of one of your opponent's active Pokemon. Which is really good. Lets you Berserk for 1 energy, lets you do a lot of stuff for 1 energy. You know, like Tapu Bulu's attack? I'll get to Zoroark in a second, guys. But I'm still on Zoroark Break. So you know Tapu Bulu's attack where you do 120, and if you discard all the energies on the Bulu, do 180. Well, imagine doing that for 1 energy. It's a little good. Now, normal Zoroark, DCE got Mind Jack, which is still a really solid attack. And it's not even really solid, it's still a good attack. Because, you know, of course, Wild's at what I run 4 and only 1 break. It's breaks the main part. It's like kind of the main part of the deck. Mind Jack is still an incredible attack that you should really still watch out for. Because for DCE, it can do a lot of damage. It's 30. It does 10 damage and 30 more for each bench Pokemon your opponent has. So if they don't watch out, you know, Zoroark's going to ruin their day. So next up, we just got 4 Zoroarks. There's nothing special. I run 1 Whiny Voice, but honestly, it's just because these are all the Zoroarks I have. But honestly, I think Whiny Voice might be a little bit better. Just depends on personal preference. So now Zoroark Break can't actually win on its own in Zoroark, because, you know, it's just not enough firepower. So you know what we're pairing it with today? You already knew this, but today we're pairing it with Ubreon. Now, as you can clearly tell, these are fake Ubreons. I'm getting some from my boy, Sonic Gamer 2727. Go check out his channel later, very soon as well. But yeah, 2 Ubreons is really good. I can explain what his attacks does because can't actually read the card whatsoever, so I'll just explain. So he has 200 HP, which is pretty solid. 210, I think, is kind of the average for Stage 1 GXs now, so it's slightly under average, but it doesn't matter. Then for 1 Dark, he can do 30 and switch, which isn't terrible as like a turn 1 attack, but there's nothing you really want to switch into in this deck because you don't run like Wobbuffet or something like that. So you don't really use Strafe too often. Your main attack here is going to be for a Dark and a double colorless, it's Night Spear. And if you don't know what Night Spear does, wow, I'm old at this. Like, I've been playing this game for too long. Basically, you do 90 damage to the active and 30 to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It's a really strong attack that can just set up a lot of plays, especially with Mind Jack. Oftentimes you're hitting like a couple numbers too little. So setting things up with Night Spear or finishing them off with Shadow Bullet, actually. It's actually called Shadow Bullet, so we also run 1 Flareon. This is mostly for our Metagross matchup, but it's really useful in Decidueye as well, letting Zoroark one-shot them easily. But yeah, we just run a Flareon just because it's super strong. But we don't run the other ones because there's nothing really you really want to target. Like Yveltal's, you don't really care because, you know, Yveltal and Rayquaza aren't really popular. And then Vaporeon, Volcanion is just not popular enough. And then we got 4 EVs. Now, the reason we run 4 over 3 is 1, if we prize 1. And 2, it's not terrible starting it. Because like I said, you can just attach and strafe out the active spot. Or even just stand in. So starting Eevee is never a big problem. And since this deck is so straightforward, we're not even going to run Coco or Oricorio. I have tested with those. I don't actually use Coco that often. So I just found that's not worth it. But maybe with Umbreon, Coco is a little stronger. Because, you know, you can, like, flying flip, like, a couple times. And then, like, you flying flip twice in the early game against, like, Garbodor or something. And if they can't find a Garbodor, you can Shadow Bullet Troubushes down. I don't know. So, yeah, 2 Shaman. I would prefer these to be 2 Lele's, honestly. This is just the type of deck. But, you know me. Poor old TC. I'm poor. I'm not old. But I definitely cannot do this. So, that's it for the Pokemon lineup. So, next up for supporters, we have 4 Sycamore. Strongest draw supporter in the format. And I actually forgot to go over Umbreon's GX attack now that I look at it. It's just for a Dark and colorless, you just discard 2 energies on your opponent's board. So it can be 2 double colorless, doesn't have to be like Dark, for example. You don't have, you can like, it's not 2 energy, it's 2 energy cards, not just 2 energies. So you can do like double colorless. So it's just super strong. Just needed to get over that quickly. So yeah, we got 3N. This is pretty average, just that Lysander. Lysander is really good, especially with this deck since you can snipe around things with Umbreon. Professor Kukui, you know, just helps you hit those numbers. Actually, I'd like to go over Lysander first quickly, along with Zoroark Break. There's a game where I kept Lysander in Disguise Hoopa, and then using Hyperspace Fury with Zoroark Break, which is just 100 somewhere on the board. So it's really good. So Lysander combos really well with Foul Play, I've realized. So yeah, I run 1 Fan Club and 1 Bridget. Now, I prefer this to be 2 Bridget, but I like the Fan Club, just get a Shaman if you need one. Or if you need to draw cards, but this is definitely something you would take out for the second break, is the Fan Club, and that's what I'm going to take out, I'm pretty sure. So we got 1 Teammates. Teammates is a simple card. It's just really good in this deck since you're trying to run double stage 2s and a fake stage 3. I mean, no, 1 stage 1, 2 stage 1s and kind of a fake stage 2, so it's kind of hard to, you know, keep up attackers, so Teammates is really good for that. And we got 4 Versus Seekers, goes really well with all these supporters. Obviously, you all know what that does. 4 Ultra Ball, this is your search. We don't run any Level Ball because, you know, our attackers, you know, Umbreon, Zoroark, and Zoroark Break aren't actually, you can't actually Level Ball for those. You can only Level Ball for, you know, Zorwas and Eevees. And no one actually runs Level Ball anymore because it's Alolan Vulpix, and this deck just doesn't need Alolan Vulpix. Alolan Vulpix is just way too slow for this deck. Next up is I ruin the items for a second. Sorry, I can't fix that. So you're going to have to live with that. 3 Choice Bands. Choice Band's another really strong card that helps Zoroark and sometimes even Umbreon hit numbers really well, because with a Choice Band you can just strafe something early game with Umbreon and then Lysander, and if you still have the Choice Band on Umbreon, you can Shadow Bullet it for the knockout, because it'll be like, that's like, I don't know how much damage I need to do math now. That's 180 damage, so you can KO something like a Bulu, which can't really retreat too easily. Fairly, like, decently easily. So yeah, we got 2 Floatstone. This is just because, you know, we got stuff like Flareon we don't want in the active. And so having 2 Floatstone to pair with Stand-In, which is basically just you switch Zoroark into the active, and you can still retreat. So you basically, as long as you have a Floatstone on one of your Zoroarks, you basically have whoever you want in the active. Now, Floatstone becomes a lot more powerful if you're running stuff like Octillery, which I really want to do as well, but I just, you know, don't have any. I have to get those pretty soon. So we got 2 Rescue Stretcher. This is mostly just because we only run 1 Zoroark Break. So that's another card you could take out for the second Zoroark Break. Now, one Special Charge. Now, again, the third card you could take out for Zoroark Break is the Special Charge. Now, the reason I run Special Charge is because Umbreon and Zoroark, so basically most of our attackers need DCE, and we can only play 4. So it's just good to Special Charge, get more DCEs, and just keep rolling. Now, another card that's kind of iffy, you can really switch this one out, is Reverse Valley. Now, you can switch Reverse Valley out, and I'm finding a lot really good in TCGO is... I forget what it's called. It's the stadium where Pokemon with Dark and Psychic Energy have 2 less retreat. Now, let me just sit here being an idiot for a second while I think about it. I can't actually think of the name right now. You're going to have to wait till later. So, till next week, actually. I have a deck with it in it. So, next up, we just got 4 DCEs, like I said. Super good. And fairly obviously, we got 3, 4. I didn't actually know how many Darks we played, sorry. We played 6 Dark Energies. So, you only play 10 Energies and then Special Charge, so that's pretty fine. So, yeah, we play 6 Dark Energies, you know, helps power up Shadow Bullet, Foul Play, Zoroark attacks when you're going to need them. So I want to see something. Dark Edge, Dark Edge. Wow. I hadn't noticed now that the 2 Zoros had the same second attack. So yeah, that's my Zoroark. That's my Ubreon Zoroark list for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all next time.